Hello, Everlasting E-Dog here, and today I wanted to talk about the GOAT, Derieri, who actually very much completes the fire team. I wanted to go over the builds. As you saw, we are able to clear a lot more content with Escanor now, just because Derieri is here. I do have her P10, but I feel like at around P7 to P5, she can still be a great support. So we're going to get into her fire support build, and I'll show you guys the rest of the fire team's build. I'm actually starting to get happy with my P10 Escanor now. It's ridiculous it takes him so many characters to be good, but nonetheless, we'll just keep on pushing forward. So first off, we have the First Strike Blazing Greatsword. You're going to get that to level 7. You want the First Strike attacking an enemy whose remaining HP is 100% or higher, increases their damage taken by 50%. And you will always start off with Derieri. And what you want to do for her is use this special attack and then the normal skill. So first off, the special attack, it inflicts damage equal to 66% of attack plus 7% of all allied heroes' remaining HP. It also decreases the enemy's fire defense by 20% of defense for 40 seconds. And that's what we want. So first off, we're decreasing fire defense right off the bat. Next, her normal skill, it increases all allied heroes' fire attack up to 3,000. So that is the max. It is 30% of the hero's attack. So Escanor's attack pretty much when you're attacking, or Merlin when you're bursting, because she is the first strike character. It increases that fire attack for 40 seconds, then inflicts damage equal to 114% of attack plus 13% of all allied heroes' remaining HP. Now, you can pop her ult in this build, but as you'll see when we do the spider raid, it is really hard to just pop her ult because she does not gain much magic at all with her abilities, and that really makes it a detriment to build up points to where you can pop her ult and then get enough magic orbs to pop Escanor's ult and be effective. But what her ult does, in the first hit inflicts damage equal to 203% of attack plus 21% of all allied heroes' remaining HP, then inflicts damage equal to 20% of attack plus 3% of all allied heroes' remaining HP every 1 second to enemies in range for 10 seconds, so a little DOT. Each hit of the attack increases the ultimate move or combined attack damage taken by enemies by 30%. So their ultimate move damage, pretty much a 30% drop in ultimate move damage taken. So that is very nice for when you want to swap into Escanor, and that lasts for about 20 seconds. So if you can build up your magic gauge more efficiently, then you can pop her ult and then burst with Merlin, pop the Liz, get the crit damage, and then go into Escanor and pop his ult to do the max amount of damage. Also, when an allied hero attacks an enemy with decreased fire defense, so once the special attack is done, all allied fire heroes' ultimate move and combined attack crit damage increases by 60%. So just increasing Escanor's ultimate move damage even more by just attacking once you have popped the special attack. Just swapping and attacking with Escanor will increase his ultimate move damage as well as the max HP by 20% just using the special attack. So we're already increasing max HP, which is what Escanor needs. I think I've almost gotten to 600k just by using her. And the armor we're running is we have a 4-piece life crystal set for the plus 20% HP, as well as the 3-piece Hymn of Regeneration set. We get a 2-piece set of magic charging, which helps because she barely has any, as well as plus 10% HP and another 15% magic charging when we basically do our first strike. Since she is our first strike character, we pair this with the Hymn of Regeneration, get a lot of extra magic charging. When you pop into Liz, you'll get even more bubbles, and that'll really help you set up for popping that nice creamy ult with Escanor. Now, we do have her P10. I wanted to look at some of these potentials at P5, the final strike of the special attack. It inflicts additional damage, and the special attack fire defense reduction additionally increases by 10%. So all in all, I'm pretty sure that is a 30% drop in defense, fire defense, if you have her P5. So that is also good. P6 additionally boosts your HP by 10%. So when you get her to P6, you get a 30% drop in fire defense and a 30% increase in health for your Escanor. And P7, when using the normal skill, inflicts additional damage 5 times in a straight line ahead after the final hit, with each additional hit dealing damage equal to 40% of attack. The attack increases the enemy's ultimate move or combined attack damage taken by 50%. So that's why I said getting her to P7 is probably a must, because once you get her to P7, you will have a 30% drop in defense, 30% increase in your max HP, and a 50% increase in damage taken on ultimate move damage. So that's even more fluff for Escanor. Now we can go over her P9 and 10, which does add a little extra things. Increases the normal skill maximum fire attack increase by 3,000. So you get a maximum fire attack increase of 6,000 when you swap to your fire character. And then using the normal skill increases all allied fire heroes defense shatter by 15%. So you're increasing Escanor's defense shatter by 15% and a max of 6,000% fire attack increase, which is nice. And finally, the P10, it slightly increases the ultimate move's range, and it increases the ultimate move and combined crit damage of fire heroes of allies in range by 50% for 20 seconds. So when you pop her ult at P10, it will increase the ultimate move and combined attack crit damage of fire heroes like Escanor by 50%, and that is tagged along with her already increasing the damage taken by 30%. So it really stacks up once you get P10 in order for you to be able to pop her ult and all her moves and swap into Escanor and do as much damage possible with that ultimate. I also wanted to point out, on her fire support build, she has a lot of combined attacks. As you see, she has one with Merlin, Escanor. She has a triple with Lightning Merlin and Wind Elizabeth, which I think is a little weird. She has one with Cold Merlin and Lightning Merlin, as well as Wind Elizabeth, Wind Elaine, Daisy, Gil Thunder, and Wind Elaine. Daisy, she has one with Melly, she has one with Manny, she has one with Elaine, Bug, Gil Thunder, and Gother Lightning, and Elizabeth. Daisy and Elizabeth, Hauser and Merlin, Elaine and Merlin, Hauser and Daisy, Hauser and Gother, Elaine and Gother, Drake and Liz. So, I mean, as you see, she just has a bunch. She has one with Diane, she has one with Dreyfus, Tristan, Tiori, Drake. She has one with a lot of characters, which I kind of like, because her gauntlets do not have any combined attack, and her axe, which is a little weird, does not have any combined attacks. I would figure that the axe should have one, honestly, because you're you need dark burst, but I digress. At least her fire one has a lot. And her whole gimmick is increasing ultimate move damage and combined attack damage, so it would make sense for her to have a plethora of characters that she can combine with. But the only character we're really trying to use her for is the big bad Escanor. I will go over this build. In a perfect world, the knighthood boss reward set would be what I am using. Let's see if I can find where I purchased the ring. This Death Wrath shard set would be what I would be using just for the ultimate move damage increase, as well as the ultimate move damage 40% and ultimate move crit damage 40% and 20% when you get to the 4-piece and 6-piece set. So a total of, what is that, 60% in ultimate move damage and crit damage. So in an ideal world, that's what we will be running. But for now, since we do not have that, we're running the Arcane set, which gives us ultimate move damage of 15% and increased durations of buff and debuff duration when magic points are 6 or greater, just so that we keep Escanor's buffs and debuffs for a long time. We have a crit damage on the ring and debuff duration on the earrings, crit resistance on the necklace, and then we just have the full little set right here. For Liz, we have her with a plethora of stuff. Greedy sets to increase her defense, and the Shadow Spider, all things to decrease her defense as much as possible so we get the best amount of heals. Defense increase on this life crystal and healing efficiency on these earrings. And Liz is doing what she does best, which is decreasing defense by 20% and increasing all allied heroes defense, as well as increasing the max HP of allied heroes by 10% and increasing the crit damage. I don't know where it shows it, but she increases crit damage when you are being healed by her. Next, we have Merlin, and Merlin is nice with her staff. What we do with Merlin is we pop her special attack and normal skills, and then we pop her free ult. She is running the spider set. I do not have the complete set, but in a perfect world, I would run the spider set just because all elemental damage is increased by 20%. Using the tag skill increases crit damage, 50% of the burst efficiency of the hero's element. And when the hero activates a burst, it increases all allied heroes' elemental attack of the same element by 15%. So just more buffing Escanor. I think the spider set really helps in buffing Escanor even more, and that's what I run on her. So that is the fire team explained in all their glory. After this, I will be showing a pledge raid run with this fire team. I was actually able to do the pledge raid on the spider den. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been able to complete the spider den with Escanor. I had to use Lightning Merlin and Gother, but now I can actually complete the spider raid with Escanor. It's not that bad. It's actually very simple. I did it with the 3 hardest pledges. In my opinion, I did 3 fire heroes, and I did the decrease in block and magic charging efficiency and the increase in the boss's barrier and its health and attack. My only problem with the spider den is that they do have the barriers, and Escanor does not hit hard on the barriers. But what I have found is that Merlin, her free ult, actually takes the barriers away pretty quickly. So in this rotation, you come out with Derieri, do your first strike, do your special attack and normal skill, swap into Merlin, get the burst, activate her free ult to take away that barrier, swap into Liz, get more magic charging efficiency, heal, and use splashing around to drop the defense. So now we already have about a 60% fire defense decrease and a 20% defense decrease. And then you go into Escanor, you pop his special attack to get your flare buff, normal skill, and then you use whatever magic charging you have and magic orbs you have and pop that ult. Most of the time you can get up to 5, maybe 4 on the pledge raid, but you will be able to do damage like that. I don't recommend popping the ult with the barrier because you have a higher potential to get blocked or just to not do any damage at all because of that barrier. So use Merlin to take out that barrier and to use her free ult. And I think Derieri is a very welcome addition on the fire team. And she's not a must pull by any means. I'd say if you have Escanor, she just might be a must pull because this is probably one of the only other characters we're going to get to buff this version of Escanor before the new version of Escanor comes out sometime next year. But I think this is what they intended for Escanor to be instead of him being a one tank machine like we all wanted him to be. Hopefully they don't mess up the one, and the one is a all around killing machine by himself. But this Escanor becomes way more viable with Derieri as an upgrade. I also can show you guys these 2 clips I have of me fighting Gallon. As you can see, you can build up magic orbs way easier on Gallon than you can with the pledge raid that decreases magic charging efficiency. But as you see, first striking, ultimate move damage increase that we got with Derieri, you got an HP increase, a magic regeneration, we got a fire defense decrease, burning spirit fire attack increase, defense shatter increase, ultimate move / combined attack damage increase as well, all before we have done anything. Next, we go into Merlin to try to get the burst. Now, because of the penalty that Gallon introduces, I went ahead and just swapped into Escanor immediately. Now this is without a burst and without Liz splashing around or her healing crit damage increase. And as you can see, just popping the special attack and then going straight into the ult, we were able to pretty much wipe him easily. And I don't think I was doing this with Escanor before, not as quickly, not as effectively. And I also have another clip of me trying again. I think for the maximizing of this, if you swap into Derieri, if you first strike with Derieri, do all her look at Escanor posing right here. Do all of her skills and then go into Liz. That is a perfect world of getting about the most defense lower you can for Escanor. Now, when it comes to his ultimate move damage, swapping into Merlin to get the burst because he needs to have the character be bursted, and then swapping back in Derieri to ult, and then swapping into Escanor will probably give you the max amount of ultimate move damage that you can get on this character. Now, as you see here, we do our first strike into our normal skill. We swap to Merlin, try to get the burst. We tried to swap to Liz there. As you see, I got petrified, but this is with the burst and with Liz's splashing around and heal. So I wanted to see exactly what it would do here. And so I went straight into the ult after popping the special attack. And as you can see, it completely deleted that health bar. That whole health bar is gone. If Gallon didn't have that gimmick, I think we could really one-shot him from the start. So I'm very interested to see. You see how much that special attack did before I even got the ult going. I feel like you could pop the ult straight up just because of how much everything is lowered. But as you can see, wipes him. It is very easy now with Escanor. I recommend Derieri at least P7 if you really want to make use of her fire support. So I've been Everlasting E-Dog. Stay around for the video. I will be showing you guys the pledge raid that I did with this Escanor team. Very nice, very easy. I'm gonna skip through to each boss just so you guys don't have to sit there and wait for forever. Put a little music on. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a like, leave a dislike if you liked it or didn't like it. Tell me what I can do better, and I will see you guys next time for Derieri's Darkness DPS breakdown.